Hello homeowners, Brian Schwadka here. I'm the creator of the Stay or Go homeowner class, and I'm here today with Diane Eldridge from Lincoln Glen, a caring community for seniors in Willow Glen, which is a suburb of San Jose, California. And what we're going to do today is we're going to ask Diane some questions, get to know the community, and take a look around. So thanks for your hospitality, Diane.
It's my pleasure.
So are you the first person people meet when they come to Lincoln Glen?
Generally, yes. We do have a lot of friendly people here, so they may meet somebody else first, but I'm the one that would be showing them around the community and answering any questions that they have and helping them make a decision.
And so how long have you been with Lincoln
I've been
Glen?
at Lincoln Glen for 7 years, but I've been on the board of directors for 15.
Okay, great. So there are different types of communities out there. There's independent living, there's assisted living, there is skilled nursing, there's memory care, and then there's the ultimate combination of all of those, which is the continuing care retirement community. So
Right.
Can you maybe tell us a little bit about the differences between those communities
Sure.
and what kind of community Lincoln Glen is?
Sure. Independent living is when you are independent, you don't need any personal care. It's really easy to get isolated if you're at your family's home and you're the only one there.
Right.
So, independent living is for people who are looking for a community. We do offer services. We have meals and housekeeping included in our independent living. Assisted living is when you need more personal care, not medical care, but personal care. Things
Okay.
like bathing, dressing, ambulating, things like that.
Okay.
And then skilled nursing is when you need full-time care, so it's a 24/7.
Okay.
And memory care is for people who are still physically able but are struggling with dementia.
Okay. And then the CCRC, the combination of
CCRC
those.
is a continuing care retirement community, and that means that you can age in place. So wherever you start, as your needs change, you can continue to live in the same community.
Okay, all right. And so is Lincoln Glen a buy-in, or is it a month-to-month, or is it a combination of those?
We're one of the few communities that doesn't have any kind of buy-in.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're just a month-to-month lease, so it's really flexible for our residents.
Okay, and they can stay as long as they need to stay.
Exactly,
Okay.
yes.
And so then the company itself, the company that runs Lincoln Glen, tell us a little bit about the history of the property and the management, or that management company.
Sure, we're a standalone community. We were founded almost 50 years ago by the Mennonite Brethren Church next door. So we're a faith-based, not-for-profit
Oh, good.
community.
Okay.
And what that means for our residents is that our income all goes back into the community and back into making a good life for our residents.
Great.
We don't have any shareholders that we have to satisfy.
Gotcha. And the history of the property, it's been here for a long time?
It's been here almost 50 years. We started with just independent living.
Okay.
Shortly after that, around 1970, we added skilled nursing. About 16 years ago, we added assisted living, and about 3 years ago, we added memory care.
That's a really up-and-coming, really
It is.
a need.
It's a very underserved population, and we were seeing that people needed that, and we didn't have it available, so we added it.
Great. And so the area right around this community, because people are going to want to walk around and whatnot, and we're in Willow Glen, very cute little area. What's around the property?
This is a very residential neighborhood.
Oh, good.
Although just a half a block away, we do have a wonderful shopping center with restaurants and grocery shopping and a drugstore and a Starbucks.
There you go. What corner doesn't have a Starbucks?
There you
right?
go.
Yeah. Not only do you have the Starbucks, you've got a chiropractor, you've got a sandwich place, an optometrist, a day spa, you've got a haircutting place, and you've got Giorgio's Italian restaurant, you've got Zanotto's supermarket. It's awesome. You've got a CVS down there with a pharmacy. And also, it's close to Old Willow Glen, a little quaint little downtown with the Garden Theater and whatnot. It's a very nice little area. And then right around the corner, there's 2 parks that you can hang out and just spend some time at. It's just a really good location.
And so I was walking around earlier before I got here, and I just felt really peaceful and at ease here, real down to earth. Tell me about the grounds itself, the security, the atmosphere, how it's
Yeah.
laid out kind of thing.
Well, we're 6.5 acres, so we are all spread out. Most of our community is on one level.
Okay.
The only exception is our assisted living is 2 stories, because by the time we built that, we were running out of room.
Right.
So we do have an elevator in assisted living, but
Okay.
everything else is a single level. We have a park-like setting where people can walk around and enjoy the landscaping, and
It's gorgeous.
it's very quiet.
Yeah, definitely. It's gorgeous. So everybody seems to be having a good time everywhere I go. Everybody's smiling and having fun. What's a typical day like here? You know, the breakfast in the morning and lunch and dinner.
And we have a variety of activities all day long. We have exercise classes and games. We show movies, we take trips together, we have entertainers come in. Our residents can do as much or as little as they would like.
Can I come and do all that stuff
Oh,
too?
I wish I could. I think having somebody else do all the cooking and cleaning sounds grand.
And so tell me about the dining options. 3 meals, 2 meals, how's that work?
Most of our units have 3 meals a day. The only exception is our cottages, because they have a full kitchen.
Oh.
And then they include 1 meal a day.
Okay, that was so they can decide what meal they want.
Exactly,
Okay.
yes. But the food is so good, I eat here on purpose.
Right.
And we have options. We do have menu items at our meals, but there are alternates at every meal, 3 or 4 different things you can choose from. And we also have between meal service. Between breakfast and lunch, you can get breakfast.
Good.
And between lunch and dinner, you can get sandwiches and burgers, that sort of thing.
All right. And amenities or services additional to that? Church services?
We
or-
do have a chapel and a chaplain on staff. We have Bible studies during the week. Of course, our residents are not required to attend
Right.
those, but they are available. We also offer a class called Brain Fitness. It's a series of computer games that are designed to keep your mind sharp.
Okay.
I put it on my computer.
Yeah.
I think it made me a better driver.
Right.
We have different kinds of exercise classes, and all of those are included. There's no additional fee for any of that.
Great, great. Okay, and the typical age, typical demographic of the people
Our
that live
average
here?
age is probably about 85.
Okay.
But in independent living, we go from 65 to 102.
Oh, wow. Is
Yeah.
that your oldest?
102 is our oldest in independent.
That's
yes.
great. That's really neat. All right, so there are 2 types of properties, or 2 types of units here. There's cottages and apartments. Tell us a little bit about the differences between a cottage and an apartment.
Sure. The cottage has a full kitchen. It also has a private patio. They're all 1 bedroom. The apartment there are different patios depending on where your unit is located.
Okay.
But it has a kitchenette instead of a full kitchen. It's a microwave and a small refrigerator, and that's why it includes 3 meals a day.
Okay,
We
this-
also do have studio apartments, and we have a suite available, which is a large 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh, nice. Okay. And what would the ballpark prices be on a
For the
apartment?
cottage or the apartment, for 1 person, it's $3,500
Per month?
Yes.
Okay.
And that includes everything but the phone.
Okay.
It's all the utilities except the phone, satellite TV, meals, housekeeping. We have transportation available Monday through Friday.
Great.
We have a nice schedule of activities, and it's all included.
Nice. Okay. And is there a waiting list?
There is a waiting list currently. For the cottages, it's substantial. I'm guessing about 2 years.
Wow.
So people should think about getting their name on the waiting list if they're looking toward the future.
Okay.
For the apartments, it's a little bit shorter. I'm guessing about 6 months.
Okay, but it would be probably a good idea to get on the waiting list if you are
Yes,
thinking about
yes.
moving sometime soon.
Yes, in most communities that are worth moving into, you want to be on the waiting list before you're ready to move.
Okay. And how do I get on the waiting list? Is there...
There's an application to fill out, and then it's a $50 refundable deposit.
That's easy.
That means if you come here, we apply it to your first month's rent. If you decide to go somewhere else, we refund it to you.
Okay. And is there a deposit or an initial fee above and beyond the monthly?
There is not. There's a $200 cleaning fee, and that's all.
That's it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So is there any sort of admission criteria where someone might have to be at a certain health level or mental,
Well,
physical,
for
anything?
independent living, you do need to be able to live independently without assistance.
Okay.
And our minimum age is 65.
Okay.
Those are our only requirements.
That's it?
Yes. For assisted living, they will do an assessment before you move in, and there is additional paperwork that your doctor has to fill out.
Sure.
And same thing for skilled nursing.
Okay. Okay. And now the skilled nursing unit, is that available to people that don't live here?
Oh,
or is that-
absolutely,
okay.
yes. Our current residents get priority for the first available bed, but if someone is coming from the outside community and we have a bed available, we would place them.
Okay, perfect. And I saw a couple little pets.
Yes, we do
is that
allow
okay?
pets in independent living.
Okay.
We think the transition is hard enough. You don't want to have to leave your pet behind.
But
so-
not a Great Dane.
Well, whatever you want to share the space with.
Okay. Right.
There is a pet deposit,
Okay.
but we do allow pets.
Okay. And so, if your parents were looking for a seniors
fact they are.
community, are they really?
Yes.
And so they're looking around, and they can go anywhere they want. They can go fancy, they can go basic. And
Right.
What would you tell them about Lincoln Glen that kind of sets you apart? And
I would not call Lincoln Glen luxurious. I would call it homey.
yeah,
It feels like home.
It does.
And people here are wonderful. They welcome new residents and show them around and help them get settled. The staff here is very consistent. We have very low employee turnover
Okay.
because it's a wonderful place to work.
and what would you tell somebody to do as far as the next steps that they should take if they're thinking, well, maybe Lincoln Glen, maybe somewhere in Los Gatos or something? What should they do now to take the next steps?
Well, they definitely should schedule a tour.
Okay.
It's easy. You just call and ask for a tour. I would recommend they schedule it around a meal time so they can stay for a meal.
Good idea.
Food is an important part of our day,
Right.
especially when we're not working,
Okay.
and it's something to look forward to. So they should be convinced that the meals are going to be good.
Right.
And I have no qualms about recommending that they have a meal here.
Okay.
So schedule a tour, come with a list of questions. Make sure you get a contact so that you can ask questions later, because some things just don't come to mind at the moment.
Right.
But look at the place, get a feel for it, and
All right. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to tell us about Lincoln Glen. And if you need to get a hold of Diane, she's super easy to get a hold of. And you're the only person they should be talking with?
for independent living, yes, it's 408-265-3222.
All right. Well, thanks. Take care.
It's my pleasure.
Bye-bye.